to come on to 2 months, 1 month. All right. So I'm talking about. I'm waiting for one button to come up and we are good. Okay. Hey, well, what's up, Warriors? Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever that you're coming in from. James Ng here, and welcome to Academy. I call this the most important day of the entire week. It's kind of like church day, right? It's kind of like it's that one. Or is anyone here? I'm going to open up a can of worms here, and there's no judgment in this question I'm about to ask. But what has been one of your favorite dramas of all time? Whether it's a recent one, like throw it in the chat. I'm curious. We're going to get a nice Netflix list here or a nice watch list here. But I'm curious, what is a favorite drama of yours? Reports. That is actually a very true statement. SWAT. Okay. What else do we got? Clickbait. I haven't heard about these. Okay. What else is good? I was watching, what was it recently? You have to be careful when you randomly click into a drama because it might just get you. I'm one of those very addictive personality people. So when I start, I need to finish. Like I'm like one of those bingers, right? So you're watching this Korean drama. Don't watch them Korean dramas, man. Someone always dies. There's always cancer. It's like really intense. You're just sobbing. I think we were watching oh my gosh, Queen of Tears. That's what we're watching. Don't do it. It's gonna be your whole weekend is gone. So anywho, I see a lot of them in the chat below. So anywho, this drama of Academy of training is the greater drama because this is a drama that will make you cry in good ways, but it will make you money as well too. And one of the earliest things that I learned is successful people, they drive from event to event. Put that in the chat below. Event to event. And it's a little bit interesting because now we're online and stuff, so we do our best to make these events. But it's literally going to be my topic. If you know, right around the corner, if you've been living under a rock, we have the biggest convention in the world called PXP happening this week. Who here's pumped? Give me a big wave or put me in the comments. Like it's happening. And we have a lot. What I'm excited about is the many success stories of every single person that's going. Whether you hit manager and above, you're going on stage. Whether you're speaking. I was actually coaching one of our teammates today that's going to be speaking. I see Pam Middleton here. She's a wellness council member. She's going to be speaking on stage, for example. Dr. P.O. Washington is on a panel. She's going to be speaking on stage. But I'm preparing the closing speech. And this is the topic I'm going to get. I won't tell you what it is, but I will tell you one thing I'll say in it. But it is that top money earners build from event to event. They build from event to event. And this being one of those, and we practice for the other ones, all right? So with that, excited to have you guys on here today. Today, we have a jam-packed schedule for you. We have the opportunity to pick the minds of people that have been absolutely crushing it. If you have seen, we talk about our framework of a 6-in-6 blueprint, 6 figures in 6 months. And Carrie asked, can we watch if we aren't going? Unfortunately, I don't think they have a live stream function for this, but if there is, I'll let you know. But we have the opportunity to hear from Liz and Tiff, who did the 6 figures, not just in 6 months, they did it in 6 weeks, guys. Come on. Like, wow. Who here wants to learn from how they did that? So we're going to talk about that, right? Yeah, it's like, seriously, it's so fun to see, and you're going to get so much wisdom from that, right? I know, what the heck? It's like, how is this possible? Well, it is. They're right here in front of us. We're also going to dive into, I want to start with some comp plan stuff, though. Because one of the big goals that we have, we get a lot of things in our partner code business, better health. We get an amazing community. We get a lot of growth. But also, who here's here because you seriously want to make a positive financial impact and change in you and your family's life? An extra 500 a month, an extra 1,000 a month, an extra 2,000 a month, an extra 5,000, 10,000, 100,000. I'm starting to think $1 million a month. Like, guys, the sky is the limit in our amazing compensation plan. So to get access to that, it's important to understand some pieces of it. So are you guys okay if we start with a little bit of comp plan training? Last week we did part 1. Today I want to do a little bit of part 2, right? So let's have some fun with this. So I want to direct us to a couple of tools that we have. As you go through, if you're not yet, or if you're brand new, like I saw with Jessica, she is day one old. Welcome to the family. What you do want to do is you want to make sure that you get onboarded. What you'll find is the teams that are scaling the fastest are big on systems. They're big on onboarding. So this link, you'll find it in your boards, you'll find it in the messages. We'll get you through our 5 steps. It's going to get you through our launch week, where we give you little things every day to do to move your business forward. But also on here, you're going to find there is a compensation plan playlist. And if you click on this, this will bring you to a whole playlist with anything Partner Co comp plan related. So we're going to dive into one of these. Now, specifically, there's a new one. Some of us saw this already, this new one. If you already saw this new comp plan, put a 1 in the comments below. We'll play it again because it's that good. But what I also want to encourage you to understand is we've updated what we call our machine. This is our landing page. This is how we give our presentation now. So when you go through the launch series, you're going to be added to this link. It captures their information. Once you do that, so they're in our automated follow-ups. From there, it'll bring you to this page that goes over the drops and the product. But I'm just going to scroll all the way down. On the bottom, it starts to talk about how to make money here. Who here would love it if your prospect that was only coming in for health also turned around and became your next top money earner as well? That's how this is designed. So when you go into this and you want to learn more, people are going to go onto this page. I'd encourage you to click through these things, learn through these things. And one in particular, the first video we've actually updated to this very same comp plan video I'm about to share with you guys. Okay. So let's go into this first. And I'd encourage you to take some notes. And Jerry, I'm hoping that there's subtitles on this. They don't have it, but it is on YouTube. So I'm hoping for our hard of hearing friends that there is. So let me make sure this is on. Is there closed captioning? Please let there be closed captioning. Is there? Okay, I think I turned it on. Okay, if you're ready to watch this, let's go on this. Okay, so I want to encourage you, capture a detail you didn't capture before if you've seen this.
Getting started with Partner Co is an exciting step towards becoming everything you were meant to be. It starts with the industry's first multi-line compensation plan that combines the best parts of unilevel, binary, and affiliate models so you can build infinitely wide and deep with limitless earning potential. With Partner Co, your recognition title doesn't determine how much you can make. Instead, you get paid based on the sales you produce. That means no more missing out on income. To start, pay a one-time startup fee and get lifetime access to everything you need to start, promote, and build your business. You get paid weekly, every Friday on the previous week's activity. Subscriptions repeat every 4 weeks, which form the foundation of the plan. To stay commission qualified, buy or sell 100-point volume, called PV, every 4 weeks. Once you're qualified, you have 8 different ways to get paid. First is retail profits. Sell your favorite Partner Co products at full retail price and earn up to 30% in retail profit. We make it easy to sell products with award-winning strategic marketing tools and an easy-to-navigate online store that offers promo codes and subscribe and save discounts. Next is the new volume bonus, where you earn from sales to new people. Earn up to 30% on purchases made by new customers and brand partners during their first 4 weeks. The percentage you make depends on your business level, which you set in your first 4 Fridays after enrollment. Each business level unlocks a lifetime of benefits and perks. It determines the percentage you earn on new volume bonus for life. The higher your level, the more you earn. New volume bonus and retail sales are the fastest ways to start generating income with your Partner Co business. Next, let's look at how to generate long-term consistent income, what will help you cover ongoing monthly expenses. We call it base commissions. you can start building your team with 2, 3, 4, or 5 lines. It doesn't matter. You get paid 15% on everyone who signs up in your business anywhere in the world, not including your power line, what we call your line with the most volume. So if you build on 2 lines, you get paid 15% on the line with less volume, following a standard binary plan. But if you build 3, 4, or 5 lines, you get 15% on the additional lines too. And you can grow to build unlimited width. This means unlimited depth, unlimited width, and unlimited pay lines. So that's your consistent income. Next is your fun money. Money you can use for a car payment, a vacation, a shopping spree, or to realize your dreams. We call this the savings bonus. Once you earn at least $250 in base commissions in a given week, we bank an additional 15% of your weekly base commissions, up to $2,000 USD month, until you reach $10,000 USD in savings. As soon as you reach the threshold, we send you a check for the full amount. You can continue to receive up to $500 USD per week after your big payday and get paid the earnings every 4 Fridays. Next is the check matching bonus, where you get paid to help your team grow. When you qualify for the matching bonus, you receive a percentage of all base commissions earned by your team, up to 7 generations. That's brand partners you sponsor and the ones they sponsor too. For those you personally sponsored, you get a 15% check match on their base commissions. If Pablo makes 100 a week, you get 15 matching bonus. If he earns 1,000, you get 150. If Pablo makes a 10,000, you'll get 1,500 in matching bonus. The matching bonus is unlimited, with no breakaway or caps. That means if you want a 15% match on 100 people's paychecks, sign up 100 people and help them earn base commission. It's a bonus that grows exponentially. Next, we have 2 global bonus pools. The first is the income position bonus, where you earn shares by building deep. We set 2% of global product sales into the bonus pool. Earn shares for every income position you optimize. Next is the payline bonus, where we set 1% of global product sales in another bonus pool. Earn shares of the payline bonus for each optimized payline in a week after your first power line and optimized payline. This is your opportunity to build a legacy that you can pass on to your family. And lastly, lifestyle rewards. As you sell, enroll, earn commissions, and advance your title, you accumulate lifestyle credits that you can cash in for travel, training, events, and even dream vacations. That's the 8 ways to get paid with Partner Co. Are you ready to start earning? Become a brand partner and work fast to achieve your business level to get set up for lifetime success. Start by finding 2 friends to partner with who, like you, also want to build a secondary income stream. Get back to the person who sent you this video and start making a plan to earn today.
How awesome is that? Hey, throw in the chat, like, what are some of your feelings? If you're watching that for a first time, or maybe even if you're a prospect or if you're a partner, like, what do you feel? Like, are you excited? Are you hopeful? Are you expectant? Did it click, right? It's amazing. It's like, I feel as a partner, I think, thank God for Partner Co. for doing this hard work. Like, wow, how did you compress all that in 6 minutes? Larry says, we need a few more Pablos, 100%, 100%. I'd encourage you to go through that multiple times, right? It takes on average, did you know, at least 8 times of exposure to really start something clicking. So this is on our partner side for the machine. This is on that YouTube playlist. And as people go through this as a partner, they basically upsell themselves, right? We talk about why go ultimate, which I know has been a big driver. Our founders, we talk about what our team is and everything like that. So with that, I want to bring up an amazing duo that when we take a look at this compensation plan, this is a comp plan that when you make more, you actually make more. How do you get to six figures? What is that blueprint? Well, it deals with a title around this title called senior officer. Okay. Put senior officer in the comments below. This is the vision, guys. I'd encourage every single one of us to set this on your vision board, because once you get here, you start to unlock some really cool places that happen. Senior officer is 2 lines at 13,334 volume. This means you have to be team leaders. This means you have to be leader developers. This means you need massive duplication. This means that you need to have some mastery of things, right? It is not an overnight thing. It is what I consider the hardest title to hit, because you have to learn a lot and the jumps of volume. But once you hit it, you actually unlock ways to not just get to 10,000 a month. Who here wouldn't mind 10,000 a week? So I'll probably do something in that. Yeah. So we'll talk about that as well too. And it's like, it's easier. Let's just put it that way. But to get to that, what's great is you're going to make, and I just want to break this down real quick before I bring up Liz and Tiff, is what's fun is when you do that senior officer, you are going to unlock almost all the different ways. I know that Liz and Tiff, as they were doing this, they got customers. So they're making up to 30% of retail bonus. I know that they're enrolling new partners and new customers, so they're getting a new volume bonus. Because they're at Ultimate, they're getting 30% of the PV that they sell. I know they're getting base commission because their teams are producing a lot of volume. We'll talk about that. And they're getting paid at least 15%. I know they're seeing their savings bonus. Who here wouldn't mind a $10,000 check? Boom. It's extra, by the way. So when they hit the director base commission or 250 base commission, then they're getting 15% extra. I know that they're getting matching bonus because their people are getting paid good money. I think they're already seeing it. They're already seeing it in their paychecks. They also unlocked an income position bonus. This income position bonus is at least $400 that week. They're also getting business rewards. They're going to unlock the Payline bonus very soon. That means that, guys, that week, and everyone's check is going to be different, but they're probably at least $3,000 to $4,000 in 1 week. And it's been 6 weeks in. Guys, I want you to think about this. What business in the world can you find that in 6 weeks of launching it, you can get to a 6-figure income? Like, how is that even possible? So who here is ready to learn on how you too can be the next Tiff and Liz? Throw some love in the chat, and let me welcome Tiff and Liz, our newest senior officers. How's it going, ladies?
Hey, James.
My
It's
God.
going good.
Good. Good. Did you get any sleep? How do you feel?
We did sleep. I slept great.
Good. Good. Which is important, because sometimes people think, man, if I have to do more, I have to hustle. Now, of course, you guys worked hard. But what I've loved, guys, I've seen a lot of people hit senior officer. And hey, if you hit it, you hit it. Like, that's the goal, right? I have to say, this was one of the most elegant, graceful, fun, like just over the top, amazing runs that I've seen. Well orchestrated, very systematic, and you did it early too. Like you knocked it out. And you're like, all right, you guys are still at your football games yesterday and still with family and everything. So there's a lot that we can learn from this. But Tiff and Liz, if you don't mind, for those of us that don't know you, I think it is important always just to kind of catch us up to speed. Like, you guys weren't always a Liz and Tiff of today. You look like you're like amazing people that are just born marketers and stuff. But where did you guys come from, and how did this all come about?
Go ahead,
ahead.
Tiff. You start.
Oh, I'm throwing it to you this time. Last time I kicked it off. You do it, babe.
Okay, sure. Well, Tiffany and I met through Mastermind, and at that time she was already in network marketing. I was not really open to the industry. I was trying to build my own business, and I really had the mindset. James, I saw your post earlier this week that you used to not think MLM was real or legit or something. That was me. And so I really thought that it was like, that's what people do when they don't know what else to do. And it just seemed like just not for me. So I am so grateful that she opened the door and gave me the invitation to step into a room with her and discover what it was like to build in community and the momentum of being part of a team. And so, since then, it's been a crazy journey. We were part of a startup. We built with a company for 5 years and learned so much. A lot of the muscle and the creativity and the innovation and all those things that you're so gracious to acknowledge came from us being in the trenches for the last 5 years. My husband David and I, we live in Illinois. We're a blended family. We have 7 kids. And so for me, it's always been about how can we create the freedom? How can I create some margin? My husband's always had a great job. He's a great provider, 6-figure income. But when you have 7 kids, that stretches like very thin. And so even though it would seem like we should be financially free, we weren't. And so it was always my goal and my hope to create a path to create some of that pressure off of his shoulders and also just to provide freedom for our family. I wanted us to be able to travel. And for years, with 9 of us, to get on a plane and go anywhere was like impossible before this industry. And then we got the first taste of abundance and freedom with our last company. And just because of the nature of the startup, it was just very unstable. It would go up and then it would come down, and we would get a taste of momentum and then things would break and shift. And so we got a little bit of the opportunity to see what's possible. And then right around the time that we were introduced to Partner Co. and started to feel the excitement of maybe a new opportunity and maybe a shift, the company we were with announced they were going affiliate. So it gave us just the full freedom to step in here and really run. And what we're finding here, James, is just, we didn't want to leave our last company because of the team we had built, the culture. We felt like we would never be able to have that again. And we were so committed to our people that we were kind of willing to suffer a little bit ourselves with the loss of income and the loss of some of the hopes and dreams that were starting to be fulfilled. We're kind of going down. Our paychecks were going down. We didn't want to leave our people and we didn't want to walk away. Anyway, now that we're here, we're experiencing like stepping into the culture that's so it's what we had created, but you've just been doing it longer. And it's like, you are the leader of our dreams. We feel so supported. We feel so seen and celebrated. You've created the path. I know it's not just been you, it's been a combination of you and others on this team. But we feel like there's truly no limit to what we can do here. So this 6 figures in 6 weeks is like, oh my goodness, it's mind blowing, but it's also not, because as soon as we said yes here, we were like, we can do anything here. There's no cap. We know what it feels like to feel like there was a ceiling. Like we can only go so far because systems were not in place or because people were falling through the cracks. Here, we're believing for $1 million a month. Like that doesn't even seem crazy. That doesn't even seem crazy. It's like, how long will it take? It's going to happen. How long will it take? How fast can we get there? So we're dreaming big. We're dreaming big. And we're so grateful that in this room, with this company, with this comp plan, with this leadership, truly anything is possible. And our team is winning. Our team is winning. So
congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Tiff.
Well, I don't have much to add to that. I would just say that what Liz has already said about not leaving our team, that has been our biggest priority and commitment, even to the point where my husband returned back to work. And we just did the things that we had to do, tried to be creative to create other streams of income, which was really good for us. You know what I mean? I will always say this, anything that you learn inside of network marketing, you better lean in hard because it's transferable to anything that you do. And you'll win in so many areas of your life because of doing the work right here with what it takes, how fast you build the skills, how fast you really open up leadership inside of you, the dreams that you discover that you weren't actually contending for before because you didn't know that they were possible. There's so many things that come from this industry. And so we pulled on some of those things that we had learned and we're like, we'll just have to do this another way. until the next thing, happens and arrives for our families. And we were not looking for this, like we've mentioned that before. But for the biggest thing for Christian and I know Elizabeth and Dave also, is this is a people business and people are the prize. So if we're not doing it with our people, I don't want it. I'm not interested. I'll go and I'll do the work somewhere else and labor, but if I get to do this in co-labor, if I get to do this with friends, if we get to do this model, which I think, and Pia Joe says this so perfectly, like this is the perfect model, like Jesus did the thing right here. And I'm like, this amazing duplication, all things are possible. And so yeah, we're just stoked. Like Liz said, the teams are winning, and that's where our commitment is. And we can talk a little bit more, about that in a few minutes.
Yeah. Well, first, congratulations. And guys, like everyone has a different journey, right? And I'm just thankful that Liz and Tiff, you went through those 5 years of the crucible to learn and extract all the wisdom. And I wonder, everyone here, I bet all of us have been through a crucible of life, right? We've all been through our challenges. Put a 1 in the comments if you've been through some stuff, right? Maybe it's business, maybe it's in network marketing, or maybe it's just family, maybe it's your life. Like we've all been through some things. So the big thing I'm catching from you is the genius is born during those tough times. Yeah. But how you extract it and you give it to others, like that's the key. And that's what's happening. So, I sense just how you feel about things. There's gratitude for the past. There's wisdom from the past. And there's that new vision that there is. So not all of us had the same business experience, which is fine, but you have your own experience. So the question that I have for everyone is, are you drawing from those wells of wisdom? And are you pouring that into the opportunity that you have right now? And how big is your vision? I mean, you just said $1 million a month like it was nothing. So I'm like, come on, right? That gets me fired up, right? So many big keys in this. And thank you for sharing that. So what I do want to ask is, so let's talk about some stats or some things that happen. So in 6 weeks, and you didn't bring a team over. It wasn't like, guys, we're in this company, now we're doing this. You specifically didn't, that was not your intention, right? So you one-on-one, talked to people, figured things out, marketed, promoted, all of that. And through that process, I mean, how many teammates are in the team now? Do you know?
We shouldn't we?
We should, but we've been too busy picking, in the trenches with all the numbers of how to get people to their business levels. So that's where the attention's been.
I'm gonna guess over.
I bet we're just shy. I bet we're just shy of 300. I bet it's like 275. That's my guess. Last time I looked, it was like 260.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, that's mind-boggling to me. So talk to us about how duplication happens, because I would submit it's harder to go from another company and then go into this company because you have to unlearn and relearn. I think it's easier to duplicate if you're brand new and you're like, I've never done something like this before. So what are some of the elements that have helped for actual duplication and speed?
It's a good question. Duplication and speed, a lot of it, I think, James, has just been the videos that you create are so brilliant and make comprehending all the new things way easier. So the video you created recently about getting to ultimate, the importance of ultimate, we're able to help our team, even though they're used to a different comp plan, some of them. And again, like you said, we didn't make this like massive announcement or send an email to everyone in our downline or even go live in our old team Facebook group. We didn't do any of that. We really wanted to have intentional conversations with our direct leaders. And then, we did talk on social media. Those who came to us, we had conversations, but this was very an organic shift. But there still are a handful, a lot of people that came from our old company or other companies, and this is all new language. The comp plan is very, very different. And so it's been like, okay, this is what we're used to. Wrap your mind around this. Before, we would have to earn this bonus and we would have to run for it every single month to get this pay increase, which was this much. Here, we're able to do this in this amount of time, and it locks it in for life. Watch this video from James. It's only 5 minutes long. It explains it. So we're able to duplicate really well, largely because of you, James, and the tools you've created, because they're so easy to share. They're easy to understand. The graphics, all of that is very comprehensible and digestible. So I think that's a big part of it, is just sharing the tools. Tiffany, what else would you add?
I'll pause there real quick. There's a very big practical point. So I want us all to think as leaders here. Like I'm listening because I'm inspired, but I'm listening for like the nugget, right? What you just said, so like easily, guys, do you have teammates in your team right now that are not yet at ultimate, or they don't see the value? So you see how that was the conversion script. Liz, like, hey, there is a way to lock yourself in for the highest compensation here for life. Would you want to see a quick video? Who here feels you can say that? That's like one sentence, right? So today, make a list. Do you have people that are not yet ultimate? And then do that little ask, and then share with them the 5-minute ultimate video. It's in that compound playlist. It's on the machine as well too. Love it. Okay, Tiff.
No, I would just also I'd back that same exact those details. The tools, the machine. One of the things that we haven't even really tapped into is the power of the app that we have as well. One of the things that's really important to me is, and Elizabeth too, of course, is teaching our teams the skill set of how to be able to follow up really well with their people in service. And people don't know what they don't know. They just don't. And also, people are extremely busy. So when we send somebody the machine and they're able to take time and do their self-research and everything is laid out in front of them, you as a brand partner can feel at such peace and great confidence that they are being served well. After that, it is your job simply just to ask them the questions that are important to them. Why do they want to take a look at your drops? Why do they want to get better sleep? Like, what is it about the business that is attracting them? What do they need in their family? So we have to ask really, really good questions, leveraging the power of the tools. Study the tools so then you know what you have in your hands, and then you can ask your questions and serve your people around the tools that you have been given and provided. And then our apps, they give us the eyes on our business. If we're only using a machine and that's it, we have to be able in another way to be able to build muscle. You have to know how to talk to people. This is a people business. And so your app is giving you eyeballs at all times. Did this person actually click on the machine yet? Sometimes we think that people have ghosted us because they actually haven't responded for 4 days, and then we start freaking out, like, have we offended somebody? Have we hurt somebody? And we get in our own head, which is just a story that we're telling ourselves. It's not even real, right? It's not facts, it's a story. But your tool, your app, tells you when somebody has clicked. It gives you the opportunity to follow up with really strong posture and how to serve them. You can ask better questions. And so I think that that is what really encourages me, is that here we have the systems, we have the tools, and they're just getting started. Like, that is the mind-blowing thing to me, is like, we feel fully equipped. This is an arsenal of goodness, and we just get to ride on the coattails of that. It's amazing.
Quick thing on this. So you know your tools really well. And that's the first part. Get the basics, get the fundamentals. And then you start adding in innovations on top of that. What I love, and we're going to have Liz and Tiff absolutely train way more on the app more. Who here has your partner co-share app downloaded, by the way? Right? Give me a wave or put a me in the comments. It's a part of our onboarding. So if you went there, you should. I'm learning things from them, because one of the big questions people ask is, how do I know when my person watched the video? I'm like, I don't know. You just guess. Well, there's a way in your app where you can actually have it trackable. Like, it's super cool how that works. So I'll have, if you guys, I think you made a video, but if you don't mind making another video or sending that to me, post that into the Word Movement Facebook page. It's a really simple, elegant thing to add on. And it's just the beginning of what we can do. These guys are geniuses when it comes to that. So thanks for sharing that. Awesome. Okay. Cool. So duplication's happening by having simple systems, having simple tools, knowing how to navigate around that. But the more important thing is being you, loving people. What I heard from Tiff is know the why behind just the how. Get to know people, right? Our goal with their tools is to leverage time that you don't need to spend that are non-income producing so that we can do the thing that AI will never be able to do, which is be you, have your personality, right? So that's why you want to be able to do it. The only way to get 300 plus partners is by leveraging systems. You can't do this one-on-one. You can't do this like all that. That's how you're flying so fast and still having a life and having all them kids.
Right.
Wow. Right. That's why I asked today, like, did you sleep? Because they did. Like they're very awake right now. Okay, cool. So duplication happened. Now, as you're thinking towards senior officer, you're starting from scratch. I'm curious, why is that important for you? Why should we even consider something like senior officer? Like what was meaningful for you guys?
Oh man, that's kind of I could answer that a couple of different ways. Well, from how we have been coached, it was very simple. You want to get to senior officer. So it was like, that's the goal. I don't know why yet, but whatever it takes to build around that, we're just going to go for it. So even, for instance, this incredible promotion that our company is doing for us, I'm like, they're making this possible. It's digestible. We're cutting down the amount of time that you have to reach a business level. So it was like, okay, the focus is whatever the company's doing, we're not going to swim upstream against it. We're going to get in the trenches with it. And it was like, what are they focusing on? They're focusing on business levels. So it was report time. And you know how I am about them reports. And I was like, we were literally like, I've got lists and lists. I don't even have my notebook in here with me. Lists of all the names in the teams. Where were they starting at? Where did they need to get to hit elite and lock in 25%? Where do they need to get ultimate to lock in 30% so that they could have all of those new volume bonuses on customers, on brand partners, unlocking 3 levels of check match, getting lifestyle credits. I'm like, I don't even know what lifestyle credits do yet, but I want all of them. I don't care. And I want all of my girls and all these guys for them to be discovering it. That was the greatest blessing. When I stepped into network marketing the first time, had no idea. Checks were just filling up in this little account, and I just didn't even know I could transfer real money. It was in a place of service. So it was like, that's what I want our teams to discover. You don't know how you're getting paid. You just know that there's 2 zeros and then there's 3 zeros. There's a little comma in there one week. Like, that is fun. And that changes people's lives. And that's why we do this. We can't help ourselves. So it was like report after report. If you want it, get on the phone. If you want it, you text me. I'm staying up. My husband knows that this week, me and Liz, like, fingers got creases in them. Heinies are very sore. And it's like, we're sitting down 12 hours, bro, and we're doing the thing. We're not leaving these girls. We're going to lock in these positions so that they know what it's like to get paid fast. In our last company, and I love compensation plans. I study them. We help innovate and give ideas and all the kind of things like that with our last company. But in our last company, you would buy the highest pack. So you would buy like, a 9997 pack. You're investing in your business. You're getting all of the products and all the things to really launch your business well. But you got a 5% override for 1 month. And then it would have to reset because we reset to 0. Okay. So that's what we taught people. Invest in your business. And then you're also going to get a 5% pay raise over here. You're right now in this month going elite from 0 to 400 points only. And you're getting 25% for life. No brainer. It's just make it make sense. And it was like, we're doing the work. There's no way our girls can miss this.
And guys, this promotion, it's still going on until the end of this month. Many of us here, your next week and 2 can be still the best weeks ever in your business, even driving through PXP. There's no slowdown, guys. So are you taking their strategy? Because they heavily have, I mean, how many teammates do you think you helped get promoted in their business level this week, if you were to guess?
Oh my gosh.
And
You did that wheel.
yeah, I don't know. I get my list. You talk, Liz. I'm gonna get my list.
Oh, there we go. Nice. Nice.
A lot. We helped a lot. I mean, I would say dozens.
That's huge.
And of course we have a team chat, so it's our people helping their people too. We're empowering them with, we made that tracker. We have these graphics. We're teaching them how to find out where they started when the promotion began, how to calculate what the volume they've done since the promotion began, to subtract that. And some people are just like, I'm confused. And we're like, all right, give us, we'll look it up. We'll do the math for you. This is how far you have to go. And I think to just being in the trenches, like for us, this is our livelihood. We're treating this like a full-time, this is our thing. But for many on our team, it's a side stream. They're like not necessarily looking to make $1 million a month. They're like, I'll be happy with, a few hundred, 1,000, a couple thousand. But still for them, getting elite, getting ultimate can double a paycheck. And we've got girls that started that didn't get there right away. They had a couple paychecks before they hit ultimate. Now they're getting paychecks after they hit ultimate. And they're like, oh my goodness, I wish I would have just bought the big pack on day one, because my paychecks are so much different now. So once we hear that and that clicks, it's like, we cannot be quiet about this. We have to help them win. And if they don't have the energy or the understanding to do their own math, we'll do your math, tell you what exactly you need to do, give you a couple options. Do you want to buy this pack? Do you want to sell this many drops? What's your budget? Let's go. We're in the trenches. And of course, we decided last week, let's hit senior officer this week. So we had this like sprint, like we had decided we're going to do it this week. So we told our families, I told my kids, hey, see y'all next week. Love you. I'm going to be on my computer. I'm going to be on my phone. And that's not sustainable long-term,
Right.
But we knew we wanted to lock this in. So okay, girl, how you got your list? I've got my stuff on napkins. It's like 10 different notebooks in my house. I am not organized.
It's everywhere. It's just, it's everywhere. But so far with, obviously not everybody has submitted, and we haven't pulled the report because we'll know, up and coming, but we have documented 24 advancements right now.
Wow. Congrats to you and the entire team. You see, to hit these big titles, it's about doing the simple things in mass. Since I think a lot of times when we think about senior officer, at least for me, I'll just speak on my behalf. I'm lazy, guys. Do you know what I think? I'm going to recruit like one big leader and then boom, it's done. I'm finding that one-legged millionaire thing. But the reality is, yes, that can happen. But the more controllable thing is get really good at the basics. 24 people going to ultimate, right? Or at least half, because you built 2 lines. By the way, guys, these guys built 2 lines at the same time to get to optimization. So that's a lot of work. That's a lot of things going on. So if you think I need 12 people on each of my lines going at ultimate in a week, think about that. I'm like, all right, there's like senior officer there. Okay. So, and thank you for making this tracker, guys. If you haven't seen this yet, go into the Word Movement Facebook page. Who here would love to have the same type of success and speed that Liz and Tiff just experienced, right? Give me a wave or put a me in the comments. Because they gave their strategy up front for all of us. Like literally, it's right here. They made an amazing tracker. This is in the featured section. Read through this. See how the reports work. You still have 2 weeks on the clock to take advantage. They actually made that, like, wow. Thank you for your ingenuity, because it empowers all of us to be able to run like that as well too, to be able to have that same success. And thanks for doing it early, so we have enough time on the clock to do it as well too. All right. So talk to me. Now I'm thinking this question, because I'm getting excited. I'm like, I want a team. I want to run a cool promotion. I want to do this. But I'm sitting here scratching my head thinking, well, I don't have a team. How do you get a team? Or how does that all work? So in your years of experience and now doing this again and helping your teammates get teammates as well, what would you say are some of the key things to actually launching and starting to build out a team in your business versus just selling to customers? That's one thing, right? but to enroll teammates to your vision. Any thoughts on that?
I mean, for us, I think it's always been about story and vulnerability and transparency. So just being willing to be uncomfortable with letting people into your world. So we had a really precious girl join us this week, and she and her husband have been on the mission field for decades. And she's like, we've been doing the work of the Lord and traveling and doing all these things, but we've struggled in our health, we've struggled in our finances forever. So it's like, how do you launch? Well, you launch with the color block post, like the onboarding system says, but you first maybe should launch just with your story and tell your heart. So when we first got into the industry, the very beginning of me even saying, this is what I'm doing with my life, this is why I'm doing a business from home, this is why I said yes to network marketing, it was sharing with vulnerability what I just shared here. My husband has a great job. We have 7 kids. We need more income. And I don't want to work a 9 to 5 because I feel called to be home with my kids. So what are my options? And I've done all the options. I had a home daycare. I did medical transcription. We've done coaching. There's nothing like the residual income from this industry. So when you start to talk about what's possible and truly sell the dream, and then you feel authentic in selling the dream, we shut down inside a little bit at our last company because we were selling a dream that at a certain point we couldn't sell anymore because we didn't know that it was real because things were going down. So it feels really, really good to be able with authenticity and integrity to share anything's possible in this industry. If you're coachable and if you're willing to put in some work and build some skills, anything is actually possible. If you believe that, you won't be able to shut up about it. You won't be able to keep quiet. The people that you talk to, I mean, I've got my husband talking to husbands and wives at football games saying, your wife needs to talk to my wife because you guys need what she's doing. Your wife should be in the room with my wife because she's helping people. She's helping. Does your wife want to make money from home? She can help her. So it's like when that becomes, when you believe that you believe like that this opportunity can change someone's life, it is the most contagious thing. So I think number one, when you're starting to build a team, just being willing to be loud with your belief will attract people who need the solution, who need the income, who need the products, whatever. And then once they get in the room, we've told our team like, hey, if you don't know what to say next, introduce us. Put us, the same thing you said to us, James, put us in a chat. You don't have to learn on your own. We will support you. We call it layered leadership in our team. So introduce us to people you can learn while we're helping you. So like, if they have a question and you don't know how to answer it, we'll answer. You'll be in the chat, you'll be on the call, and you'll learn while we're teaching them. So that when people have the confidence that you're in their back pocket and that they have access to you, that's where the duplication really starts to happen because their confidence grows. They're like, I don't have a story yet. I haven't had results yet. I'm just started. But when we say you can introduce them to us, we'll support you. We're with you. You're not doing this alone. That is how Tiffany sold me on day one. You won't have to do this alone. I'll coach you every step of the way. I'm with you. And our people know that. Our team knows that. They're, our phones are blown up and sometimes they know like we might not get to you instantly because our families are our priority, but we are with you because we love you. We truly care about your success. And the only reason we were able to hit this rank this week is because we were so committed to our team's success. We love our team. I know everyone here, like this is what Partner Co is. We're all about partnership. We're better together. We're just living that out and it's working. So,
guys,
yeah.
How powerful is that? And shout out to Dave, by the way, superstar, the best recruiter, the ninja recruiter. So congrats.
He is.
I know, for sure. Homework that I got from that. What's up, Dave? Good looking dude. Hey, we appreciate you because I know what it can feel like to be able to hold down the household, support your family, and also support a firehouse wife that you have as well too. So it takes a great man to be able to allow their woman to really shine. So congratulations. I know. How do you feel, Dave?
He can say
Yeah, please.
Um, as a husband who's, in that provider slash um, biggest fan role, there was such a huge shift last night. It went from stay out of her way to I just went how proud I am of you, and
Mm,
but the shift in her, and I know Tiff goes through this too, just that relief. They hit that goal that they set, and it's just a proud husband, proud dad, proud, man that supports his wife. And Tiff, I'm proud for Tiff too. And I know Christian's like sees that or feels that relief too of when they reach that goal,
mm,
just like, wow.
mm,
Not only did you reach the goal, but it just shifted things in
mm.
that stress and that, I saw the creases in the fingers. She's like, look at my fingers. Like, I have not put this bone down, I bought her for her birthday a battery pack so she can just go forever. And, it has some physical drawbacks of just this crease in her finger. Huh?
Yeah, it's like a permanent callus. Do you see
Yeah.
this? Anyway, that's the price,
Yeah.
but totally worth it. Yeah. Thanks,
Big.
Steve.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been doing like laundry and dishes and all the things, running the kids all around. Just yeah, he says staying out of my way, but truly he's taking on like both roles, and he helps with all that stuff anyway. But this week it's like I kind of said, hey, we've got a big run and we got a big push, and he's like, all right, go. I got this.
Mm.
So
So beautiful. Guys, who here has
Makes a
family
difference.
members and spouses, partners, whatever, that you would love to have more support with, by the way? What I hear the most is that they need to believe that you believe in you, right? Once they see that shift and that commitment, they want you to succeed most of the time. They want you to succeed, but they want to make sure that you're really serious about it. And when they do, they want to support you like crazy, right? It might not be overnight, but consistently over time, there will come a day. So thank you for sharing that as well too. So here's a homework, by the way. Who here would love to have more excited partners in your team this week? Like now, what I got from Liz is share your story. Why are you doing this business? Specifically, what's the struggle? What's the pain points? On our website, we have a wordmovement.biz website. I actually have under the presentation tab. I'll drop it in the link. There's actually a testimonial framework. Couple minutes, you talk about your pain points. You talk about what you didn't like. You talk about why you decided to share and start this business. And then you talk about basically what you see. And what I love about what Liz said, it doesn't even matter about what you're making now. It doesn't matter what your success level now. What matters is your reason for doing this. All of us can do that. And your reason gets people to rally around you. So my challenge to everybody is put together a story, maybe run it by one of your coaches if you want, and share it, post it, however you want. You're going to talk about it a million times, but do that ASAP on your business, and you're going to start to see how people start to draw back towards you. All right. So our last quick topic, guys, have you put a 1 in the comments? You already got anything of value today. Like, gosh, so many nuggets here. You talked about the belief, and that's one of those things that you can kind of put into yourself, but there's ways to also just infuse it into you too. And one of those is going to a big event. Like that is the place. Tiff, I'd love to ask you, because there's a lot going on. You have all these amazing kids and all these amazing things. You're launching a new business. And when you heard about PXP, you were like, I'm there, period. So when you think about PXP or a big event like this, why is it significant? Why should someone consider even going?
Well, one of the things, based off of just even storytelling here is 7 years ago, whenever I started in network marketing, literally like it had been less than 6 months and there was an event. I'm like, I don't even know what a conference is. What does that even mean? What does it look like? I just analyze everything. But I told Christian, I was like, let's just go. And he decided to go with me. Because just prior to that, within 3 months, we had earned a vacation. And Christian was like, that's just so sweet. You're doing so good. I'm so proud of you. But when he actually got on a flight and went on a vacation, his belief was locked in. And so he was like, okay, I'm coming to conference with you. And so we went, and there is just something so significant when you are in an environment and an atmosphere with other people that believe or have an expectation. Even if you don't understand it, there's something that comes out of your belly. You physically feel a rush. You can't help it. And then when you actually see success taking place in front of you, people walking the stages. I remember in my first experience, they were holding up signs of like, we've done this much in sales. Everybody had a sign. Millionaires, how many of them all on that stage had a sign? And I was like, this is tangible. I can feel it. I can see it. I'm going to do it, period. And then everything from that point forward in the conference was equipping, storytelling, training, belief. You can't help it. It is fuel. It's fuel to the soul. It literally takes your belief level, especially whenever you're linking arms with others, sideline sisters, other teams. Like, you're not in it by yourself. If you don't know yet, you don't understand it, borrow somebody else's belief. Just get in the room. There is something so special and significant. Some things are intangible. They're all here. You can't really express them other than words and feelings, possibly. And then the other things are tangible. Being in the presence, seeing evidence that this thing is real. You're already booking your flight to the next event, period. And you've got something to run with. It's so powerful.
So love that. Let me share with you guys a couple of photos, and then Liz, I'll ask one more question to you about PXP. There's a PXP roadshow. Greg and Lanika Scott, some of the top money earners here in North America. You'll hear them at this PXP as well too. They shared some really cool things. How awesome is that? This is out in China. Look at this. Make sure I can share hold up. I'm going to replay this one. This is nuts. Guys, if you want to feel some energy on what's going on, like, this is that room. How funny. And guys, this is a bunch of Asian people. Asians typically aren't the most expressionate too. So that was pretty energetic. So imagine how it's going to be a party. It's going to be belief building. It's going to be transformational. It's going to be inspirational. So Liz, I'm going to ask you this, because I know there's some people that are listening to this and they're like, I want to go. I want to believe. But I've lost that belief in me. And this PXP, in my mind, I'm already thinking next year. There's another one. It's right around the corner. It's too soon. Kids are crazy. I don't have the money. I can't afford to make it. What would you say if you were in that shoes? How would you think? What would your suggestion be?
Man, I had another mentor who one time asked me a similar question about investing in yourself before you feel like you can, or before like you actually have. Like, maybe some people are like, I don't even have the money for a ticket. And my response to that, when I started my entrepreneurial journey, and Dave believed in me before I believed in me. He truly has been like my greatest cheerleader. And we had just paid off a credit card. We were trying to get totally debt free. And the first mastermind that we invested in that truly helped me step into just even thinking like an entrepreneur and like someone who could change the trajectory and the legacy for our family. We didn't have the money. And we had just paid off this credit card. We're on this call, the offer's being made. He walks outside, comes back in and hands me this credit card we had just paid off. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, this is backwards. And I was like, don't you think we should pray about it? And his response was, I just did. He had just gone outside and he had prayed. And then he came back and handed me the credit card and he said, you're good soil.
Wow.
And this is an investment into you. Let's go. And that Like I had to deliver. There was a demand then on the gift that he saw in me that I had to deliver on. And so I don't always recommend like going into debt to make something possible, but I will say when you're investing in you and you're wanting to up level in your life, and it is about being in a room. Being in a room changes everything. Everything Tiffany said, I hope you guys completely like absorbed what she said. Being in a room changes everything. If you ever had to put anything on a credit card, I mean, how many of us have put gas or groceries or like the most random things? If you have to put anything on a credit card, let it be an investment into you that is going to reap dividends for a lifetime. There is no limit to the multiplication of that seed that you're sowing into yourself. There's no limit. And so my advice would be if you don't have a way, find a way. I said before one time on a call like this, I said, if you have to sell your couch, get on Facebook Marketplace, sell your couch. You can buy a couch later. If you have to sit on an air mattress. So in my single mom journey years ago, I started over a new life with my daughters and we had nothing. We left an abusive situation, moved into an apartment, had nothing. Someone let us borrow an air mattress. So I can say this because I've actually lived without a couch. We survived it. We're still here today. My daughters that were like 3 and 5 at the time, they're teenagers now, thriving, amazing. They lived without a couch. Whatever you have to do, if your mindset will be, I'm going to make this happen. If they're same as with us this week for senior officer, we just decided and then we found the way and we made it happen. If you decide I need to be at PXP because I have to be in that room, you will find a way. You will find a way, whether you have to sell your couch or you have to put it on a credit card or you go into your closet and find things you're not wearing anymore and have a little garage sale or go to a consignment shop. There's something that you can sell to make it happen. There's some way you can somebody has a family member that would be like, I'll give you $129 and maybe you have to road trip and you can't do your plane ticket. You will find a way if you want to. And so my challenge to you would be like, if you feel that stirring, some of you on this call probably feel it in your belly right now. Like I should be there. I know I should be there. Make a way. Sell some drops. You've all got something in your hand. Make a post, follow up with every single person who you've ever talked to. Tell your story, get loud with your belief, and you can make it happen. It is 100% possible if you want it to. If you want it to happen, it can happen. So,
Man, guys, take action on that. Tickets are sold out, but we do have some black market tickets. We have some people that are reselling some of their tickets. So let us know before they're gone. And some of us here are people that need to hear this too. Who here had a person in mind, you're like, they needed to be on this right now, right? Give me a wave and put a 1 in the comments. Like this replay's up. We put everything up in our Warrior Movement YouTube. Go to the links page. We have a playlist. It's in the Facebook group as well too. But this last week, we're going to drive to PXP. We're going to have an amazing time together. Lives are going to change. Liz and Tiff, congratulations once again. Thanks for sharing so much wisdom. Such an honor to really be partnered with you guys. So proud of you guys and the entire team as well too. Guys, let's give them lots of love. Thank you so much.
thank you.
I can't wait to meet you in person too. That's crazy, right? So, guys, other than that, hey, last week on the clock, do everything that you need to do to make this last week count. Our events, we're not going to do any events this week. I think Monday there will be one more corporate live. All of our other calls we're pushing off until the next week. So do what we got to do this week. You got something today, so take action on that obediently. On that, feel free to mute yourself. Have a great weekend. Can't wait to see you all.